Greetings. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Top Lawyer series by Lawyer Africa. My name is Efi Joanna Tieno, and today we have a very interesting lady, and you will tell me at the end of this episode if you also think she's interesting, because I think she is. An advocate of the High Court, Janet Muema, and also the managing partner of JN Advocates. And she'll just tell us a little bit about herself, a little bit about her firm, and you'll get to see her as not just an advocate, but as a person, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. So hi, Janet.
Hi.
Thank you so much for the welcome, the warm welcome at the reception and your beautiful offices. Maybe you can just talk to our audience and tell them who you are and a little bit about you.
Thank you so much. So welcome to JN Muema and Company Advocates. My name is Janet Nduku Muema. I'm the managing partner and founder of the firm. In the firm, we have two other lady lawyers who are equally partners. I'll recognize them, Juliet Ngugi, wherever you are, hi, and Esther Chalo. These are my friends, and we partner together in this firm so that we are able to pull in the business, and we are able to do it as a firm together and channel the vision of the firm forward. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya, 8 years of good standing. Yes, 8 years of good standing. Others are not in good standing, especially what has been going around with the fake lawyers and everything, yes. Of good standing, and I'm majorly a commercial litigator, but I equally do constitutional law litigation. I've handled quite a number of constitutional petitions. I equally do a bit of family law, that is child custody cases, maintenance cases, division of matrimonial property cases, and I equally handle a bit of surrogacy. I have a portfolio on that end. But generally, this is what you'll call a general practicing firm, where we do everything under the moon and the sky, provided it is legal, and you need legal representation. We are able to give you good representation and serve your needs.
Wow, thank you so much. That's quite interesting and a very good introduction. So maybe just a little bit more about you. You've done a lot of work in data protection, even family that you've mentioned, and surrogacy being something not so much accommodated in this country, if you've noticed, but being acceptable around the globe, and a lot of more Kenyans are accepting it. And also a bit of work in the political space. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
Thank you. Yeah, so I wouldn't want to talk so much on my political involvement and work, but since you've mentioned it, 2017 general elections, I sat in the National Elections Board, WIPA Kenya, and I would thank my then party leader, Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, for that opportunity. I was able to represent the youth voice in the board, and I got real hands experience on what it means to manage grassroots party primaries in Kenya. It's very key. Many people don't understand the intricacies of it. I was able to lead through the legal section of it under the leadership of Agatha Solitei. And we managed those elections successfully, and our candidates, most of them won. 2022, I defected. I left WIPA. Again, political ambitions are quite huge. People will tend to go where their interests are protected. So it depends what your interests of the day are. So currently, I'm the head of legal and legal affairs manager, Chama cha Uzalendo, an opportunity that is bestowed on me by that party through the Secretary General, and then party leader Nzioka Waita, who since left the party. So I continue to serve in that capacity in relation to my political ambitions. And I can say the political ladies should embrace the political space. Yes, and we need more ladies to be on the decision-making table so that they are able to understand what it means when someone is telling you, I want to vie for an MCA. I want to go to a party, so that they give me the certificate. What does it really mean to get that certificate so that you are able to vie and you get that umbrella body that is able to propel your ambitions? So apart from that, in the political space, like you have said, I don't dwell so much on my political ambitions. I don't have any ambitions, first of all, to vie. I don't intend to vie in any space. But I will consider myself what we would ideally call the boardroom leader in the corporate space.
Okay.
So similarly, in the political space, you will find me at the boardroom level, assisting to make decisions, sound decisions, so that the party's visions are propelled forward. On the advocate side, I'm still a lawyer, and I handle quite a lot. Surrogacy is new, and our laws are evolving. We don't have yet a substantive legislation that guides that area, but there's a lot of work. Actually, there's a lot of work. In a month, I will get 3 or 4 clients who need their surrogacy arrangement documented, and I'm able to lead them from the inception, the point where the client has identified the surrogate, and they want to go through the IVF process at the clinic level, and we do that paperwork to the level where the baby is born. So the process is successful, the baby is born, and then you need enforcement of the legal rights. So we are able to take clients through all that. And besides that, we do quite a lot, so I guess that covers it. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually quite a lot.
Yes, I think I haven't talked about the data protection. So data protection, the head of data protection department, Conan Communications. There, I'm able to propel that company, streamline their data protection issues, especially companies that deal with fast-moving commodities and they have hands-on experience directly with the client. You don't want to get the client's information and then your employees don't know how to handle this information. You get, with the current data protection space, you get a lot of suits if you don't know how to manage the data that you receive in your daily-to-day basis as a management. Yeah,
and I think a lot of companies should really consider hiring lawyers for that, because right now most companies are working on eggshells because they are not aware of the data protection laws or how it might affect them, or maybe some are just ignorant. So they need people like you, a lot more people like you, to help in that space. Okay, so you've also done some work in consultancy and all that, and you seem to be juggling quite a lot. So what would you say to that young aspiring advocate who wants to also, find his or her space, especially in this area when it comes to consultancy, when it comes to just running a law firm or any of it? What would be your advice to them? How to run a successful firm, how to run a successful consultancy?
Thank you. Running a successful firm is quite a job. It's not easy, and they don't teach us in law school how to manage a stellar firm. It's not just managing any firm. You can open a firm, really. Opening a firm is, you just need
e-citizen.
You just need an e-citizen account and maybe a paltry 1,500 Kenya shillings, and there you have a firm. But there's so many issues that revolve around managing quite a good, successful firm that is able to get recognition, not locally alone, and even internationally. I'm managing a lot, yes, and they always say, to whom much is given, much is expected. To the youngster that or the young newly admitted advocate that is out there and they want to start, what I can tell them is that hard work and determination have to be combined together with what I'll call zeal. You have to go way out to ensure that if you want to be a successful lawyer, then you are indeed a successful lawyer. I created up a space where young practitioners can embrace their vision idea to start up their law firms at zero minimal cost, because many then are hindered by the costs in running up a business. You want to start up a business, but you have no money, you have no capital, and you want to start up what we will call a serious practice. With all due respect, I will not expect you to go to Ludhuli Avenue and set up a serious practice. No serious client will trust you with their brief. So in the juggling and managing so many issues at the same time, I created a space, Fridge and Virtual Office Solutions, where young practitioners can come and take up a virtual address system with the company, and we are able to offer them a virtual platform. You're able to register your law firm, and we give you the address system for use in your letterheads, business cards, and for purposes of receiving your mail. You're able to get office administration services, boardroom usage, and ample parking for your client at quite a minimal cost. That assists a long way. They don't teach you that it requires a lot of capital to start up. So it will assist you. You end up getting an office set up where you can come meet your clients and do good business, and your clients are able to trust that you have a serious location. Yes.
Yeah. That is very impressive. You know, I had that and I was just like, okay, there are people who actually do this, and I think it's very good considering most young advocates cannot afford the startup costs for a really good law firm, and looking at prime locations with the current market prices, it's nearly impossible. So kudos to you for that and your team. Thank you so much for thinking of us, baby lawyers.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes.
And now maybe just a little bit back to your advice to businesses. With your work in data protection coupled up with your work when it comes to commercial litigation, which you have vast experience in, what would be your advice to businesses looking to set up or that are already in existence when it comes to their key considerations for their businesses in terms of data protection and making sure they are compliant?
So in businesses, so for those who are yet to set up, it is always good to have an advocate on board. They say setting up is easy. You don't need, nowadays you don't need even a lawyer to set up a company. But I advise, if you want to set up a good company that is that meets all the regulations, have an advocate on board to take you through whatever sector you want to set up in, advise you on all the legislations, and equally advise you on data protection and issues surrounding it, because that is quite new and many people are not aware of it.
True.
Yes.
Okay, and just to ride on that a little bit, there's been a lot of conversation around, you know, Brian Mwenda and the safety of our information as advocates in the system and all that. What's your take on the whole situation, masqueraders and quacks in the profession?
We have not done a good job as lawyers. It might be a challenge because we are the defenders or a defender of the law, and we assist the Wanjiku to ensure that their rights are protected. But when it comes to enforcement of the rights as concerns lawyers, we let each other down. So on that front, I think the entire leadership, the LSK leadership, really let us down as lawyers. That is something there, because I was from where I'm seated, I would have expected even the entire leadership and council to have resigned. That is quite something. It tells us that we are not able to manage our own affairs. If someone can infiltrate the system and impersonate another person, and we are not able, or someone somewhere knew they have impersonated this person and they were not able to take any action, that one calls for a serious investigation. I know there are people who are commenting, and the aspirants who are vying have been commenting on it. In terms of my comment on it, I will say the law is the law. It should be enforced to the latter. If he indeed impersonated someone, then the law should take its course. And I don't believe we should entertain such kind of characters. The profession has been noble. Can we all maintain the nobility, please? Yes.
Can we keep it the way it was?
Can we keep it the way it was? It was when we grew up, everyone wanted to be a lawyer. I remember when I was in class 6, we had a situation at home, and our neighbor cut our banana trees. And then I remember my dad was standing on the fence and telling him, I'm going to get a lawyer to sue you. So I was interested. Then I said, Dad, I will assist. You know what he's done is very bad, because we used to call them boko boko, mandizi ya boko boko. So they're like the plantains. So my dad had quite a number, and it's in Mombasa. So it intrigued me how someone could just come to our property and just cut our bananas down, and now we don't have bananas. So as a kid, then I said, I have to find out what getting a lawyer means. So I got interested at that level. So by the time I was in high school and we were told to select courses, I knew I really wanted to do law, because again, from all the way, Form 1 all the way, I had been taken through what it means. And yeah, my interest grew. And I applied for it, and I was successful to be considered as a JAB student. I undertook my LLB at the University of Nairobi, Parklands School of Law.
You had to.
Yes.
The university.
Yes, it's there. Can you maintain the cream?
Your alumni, I'm sure they're proud of you right now if they watch this.
They should be. They have no reason not to be proud.
I used the pronoun.
Yes, I use. I would like to lead as a good example. I was class of 2012, the University of Nairobi. Parkland School.
You and the Lions folk, one side.
So, I wasn't in Alliance though. I was in the cream of the cream, Mama Ngina girls.
Oh my goodness, these people. Anyway, back to this. There's a lot happening in the legal profession right now, and we can stay here all day just talking about it. And there was something that caught my eye recently. It was in the news, I think, 2 days ago. The Wakili AI that was just launched.
Yes.
It's an AI that's just an automated advocate, so to speak.
Yes.
And there's a website. It's already been rolled out for beta testing, and a lot of people are using it and trying to see if it works. It's more like ChatGPT. It uses the same OpenAI system.
Yes.
What is your take on that? And do you think lawyers are getting replaced anytime soon? No,
I wouldn't. I use ChatGPT. I use it, and I have seen it, and I have also seen the comments that have gone around. Can the AI system that has been created? I don't remember the gentleman's name. He's quite a young gentleman. Can it represent someone in a criminal trial where you have an accused and they have been summoned for plea taking? They're in the cells. And they are arraigned tomorrow for plea taking. Can the AI system represent that accused person? So innovation is good. Innovation is good. A lawyer who is not apt to the latest innovation is an enemy of the society. We should all embrace it, but it can never replace the human face of legal practice. It will never replace it. Even in the normal context, you have a contract, assuming the niche areas where I will say only a few lawyers practice. Let's say oil and gas. Not many lawyers practice oil and gas. You wouldn't you wouldn't go to ChatGPT and it generates you a good contract to cover your client's interests in it. Assuming Tullow Oil is your client and they're telling you the government, we want to pull out of this government contract or the government is pulling out of this contract, and we are either set to lose out 3 billion or whatever. I don't think ChatGPT is able to lead you through even an exit agreement, a serious exit agreement and things like that. It will give you ideas, which if you are ingenious, then you will use those ideas to ensure that your client's interests are well protected and documented. But it cannot replace. That's my take on it. But we live to see. We don't know what the future holds unless they create an AI human person or a robotic lawyer. But I don't think because I wouldn't even in 20 years from now, I don't see us coming up with a robotic lawyer and tell a robotic lawyer, go to Kibera and represent this person. It won't happen.
Yeah, we are all here for it.
And more so in terms of our practice system, where a lawyer is supposed to be licensed and take up a license every year, and you need your P105 and your license number. That cuts it out.
Wakili doesn't have a P105.
Yeah, so I think it makes in terms of the market space, it interferes with it because the client becomes more knowledgeable. You want to ask if it is bad if the client becomes more knowledgeable. You can look at it in two aspects. It can be good because then if the client is more knowledgeable, they'll appreciate your work more.
Yeah, true.
In the other side, lawyers, our product is always time and the knowledge. That's the thing that we sell, time and the knowledge. So when you tend to bill the client more if the client is more knowledgeable and they don't know. So that means you take a lot of time to research for them and advise them. The other insight, if the client is more knowledgeable, they might want to pay less but I don't think so. They will appreciate the work more, because then again, they will appreciate that even that innovation is not able to fully cater for their needs. Yeah.
You know, like now the Wakili AI, there is a lot of advancements and a lot of different emerging areas of law that now most people are considering going into, especially the young advocates. So how do you keep abreast with all this, you and your entire team? How do you ensure you're, you know, up to date with all that's happening in the legal profession, and not just, you know, practicing the typical what we are used to, criminal, civil, commercial? Yeah.
I'll say reading and reading and reading. That's the only way. Then you're able to know these are the evolving areas and this is what you need to do. So we read a lot here. And like I had told you when we started, we have very many departments. We have a legal process engineering department. We have an innovation department in the firm. And we equally have innovated our own systems here, where you're able, because there are industries, like I told you, in commercial litigation, there are industries like the insurance industry, where the nature of their work is what I'll term as straightforward, really. Or let's say an example of a divorce suit. A divorce suit is straightforward. You want to draft your petition. You have the petitioner and the respondent. Here we have a system where we have automated our documents. If you come here and tell me you need to file a divorce petition, I just need to key in your full names and the respondent's name, where you want to file the petition, the date of your marriage, and the grounds. And I automatically get pleadings drafted. Yes.
Wow. Okay. Yes. We need to side chat after this.
We should, but it's at an advanced stage of the innovation bit of it, and it's being spearheaded again by a very serious and innovative lawyer. I will mention his name. He's Victor Omondi.
Okay.
And when that time comes, he will also launch it.
Okay. We are so proud of him before he even launches it.
Yeah.
That is some really good work.
Yeah, actually it is good. That system is genius. I don't know if the fact that I've said it, someone else is going to sit overnight and create it. So I think he should let it out.
Yeah.
Yes, in all sectors. If you want to file a judicial review, it's documented it. The system is documented it. You just need some specific facts around it. Yes, and you're able to generate judicial review proceedings, you are able to generate divorce proceedings, you are able to generate commercial suits, plaint and everything. But that are crafted in when you get the pleadings, you don't when you look at it on the face value, you see that it's a serious firm that has done this work. It's not just an amateur.
Yeah, that's when he needs to patent it.
Yes.
So maybe just as we are almost concluding, you can tell us some of the significant matters you've handled, or the key milestones for you individually or for you and your team in the profession.
I wouldn't say I have very quite key milestones at this point of my career. This is my 8th year of practice, and for me, running this farm for how many years? 2016 to 27 good straight years, and making it reach this level where it had reached when corporate clients can trust you with their work. Serious individuals, or what we call high net worth individuals, can trust you with their briefs, is an achievement for me. I'll say managing the virtual company is quite the ice on the entire cake. Yeah, I am extremely proud of the company and the ease that it gives to startups and not necessarily lawyers, because here the clientele is mixed. We have other individuals, just normal startup companies that are not necessarily owned by lawyers, and they're able to take up. So it's a fully furnished office. You either take a virtual space or you take an fully furnished like this. So it's fully furnished, the desk, the 2 visitors chair, you're served complimentary tea served at 10 and 4 p.m., 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. You have the reception service, the signage service outside, and you have a parking slot if your visitors come and you have parking. That's a plus for me, and I have seen the company grow. Yeah, so apart from the legal space, so in terms of the serious, any serious matters that I've handled quite a lot of matters, constitutional petitions, several, with serious, what you call serious lawyers in the market, in the field. What I'll consider my landmark legal suit or case where I've represented a client, and this one is yet to come. Maybe we can talk about it when I hit 15 years post-admission.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will revisit. Yes. We will revisit. Okay, thank you so much. So as we conclude, I want people to know something about you outside the legal profession, please. Who is Janet outside of work? Like when Janet is in jeans or a dress or a t-shirt, what do you do outside the profession? What do you do to unwind? What do you do for fun? Yeah.
So outside the profession and outside running the company that I've just talked about, I'm a mother to 4 beautiful kids. I'm a wife to 1, and I'm a saloonist. So yeah, you'll find me plating people there, and then you wonder, I saw you somewhere. Are you a lawyer? Yes. So on Saturday and Sunday, I spend my time in my salon. I have a salon. I run a salon and a spa business. But that is story for another day.
Okay.
So yeah, I unwind. That's how I unwind, because I'm those kind of people who don't like just sitting idle. Yeah. I don't watch too much movies, so you wouldn't really find me Netflixing so much and stuff. I like using my private time or time outside the farm, especially on Saturday and Sunday, because that's the only free time. Yeah. To attend to something else, what I'll call a skill and a passion that can give me an income. Okay. And equally, I go to church on Sunday. I have to go to church on Sunday. I take the kids. I have to train them in that way so that they don't depart. At least we should have a generation that is self-conscious. Yes, yes. And to all due respect to parents who are atheists, or they don't they say they don't believe in anything. I don't know what their kids will be believing in. So, and you see, as a parent, you're making the decision for the child. Yeah. Yes, you're choosing for the child, so it's very important. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. That was quite an interesting interview. I enjoyed every minute of it. So thank you so much once again. And maybe just as you conclude, you can give us your parting shot, whatever you'd feel like you'd want to share, whatever you'd like to say to anyone who's watching or listening. This is your chance.
To anyone who is watching, and especially that young practitioner who is looking at starting out their career, I'll tell them to put in the work. You put in the work, it will be seen. Someone somewhere will recognize you because you put in the work. And yes, the career will take its path, but you lead it. It doesn't lead itself. So you lead it, you have to be the face behind it. And really, every morning when you wake up, whatever you affirm to yourself, that's what exactly you get.
Yeah. Amen. Amen to that. So thank you so much once again. And to you who is watching or listening to this, thank you so much for being with us for 6 episodes now. We do not take that for granted. Make sure you catch us up for all the other episodes that are coming, and the ones that maybe this is your first episode, go back and watch all the others. But for now, that's all from us. Bye.